Broadcasting live from the Brent Morrison Bomb Shelter and Missile Silos in the heart of beautiful downtown Pekin. It's Tuesday Modern. Hello everyone, I'm Evil Bob, your resident head in the box, and it's good to be back. It's good to be back. It's been a long road getting from there to here. It's been a long time. But my time is finally near. I don't know the rest of that song, but it is a catchy song. But Snell's going to go ahead and go down to 16, I believe. Oh, no. Is he bolting? He is probably bolting it. Yep. So he's going to stay at 18. He's going to go to 17 for a crack-a-fetch. And... alright. And he's going to pay 2. So instead of taking 2, he's going to take 3, and and El Jefe drops down the Eidolon of Great Rebels. There it is. Eidolon. Whenever a player casts an instant or casts a spell that costs 3 or less, it deals 2 damage to them. So Snell's going to take 2 to bolt the Eidolon, and Jefe is he's doing a lot of Snell's work for him. Or Snell's doing a lot of Jefe's work for him. There we go. That's what it is. So as I was saying, we've got a good one tonight. We got El Jefe on burn, and Brandon. I don't know if I know Brandon. I think he might have been here one time, but I do not know Brandon. He's playing Grim Gully. He's been here before. Is it a bigger guy? Oh. Grim Gully. I'm curious about that. Okay, so Goblin Guide and that thing, Grim Llamamancer. The Grim Llamamancer is exile 2 cards from your graveyard, deal 2 damage to any target. And Goblin Guide is going to take Snell down to 11 on the attack.
I misheard you the first time. I thought you said it was the Grim Llamamancer.
I did. It's the Grim Llamamancer.
Oh, okay. It was one of those things I was making sure okay. And then I saw the picture, so I thought it. Apparently my ears were more accurate than I thought they were.
What? What? So we've got Riftbolt being suspended, Snell burning or pathing the Goblin Guide. Does not want to keep taking Goblin Guide damage. I do not blame him at all. And we are bolting the Felidar Guardian. I think it's a 1/4. I don't think it's going to... Yeah, it's a 1/4, so bolting the Guardian isn't going to do anything. And if Snell has Saheeli in hand, which I believe he does, this game is over. Nice. I love the synergies with that. What they did with that is like you got a fire type, anteater, and metal type ants. Oh, it was so good. So good. Alright, so Snell is going to Force of Negate it. Get that Rift Bolt out of here.
What's a little rift between us?
Now he's deciding. Okay, so what he could have done and probably would have done is rift bolted the Felidar Guardian and then use the Llama-mancer to kill it off the rest of the way. Snow drops down Saheeli, and that's what they say is a wrap. Snell picks up game number 1.
Turkey?
No, that's 4 games. That's 4 in a row.
Probably the turkey wrap.
Oh.
Or chicken.
It's not quite turkey season yet. Still got a month and a half. Let's see here. What do we do? The Grim Llama-mancer to go away with. That's the wrong picture. Torment. The Grim Llama-mancer and the Grim Llama-mancer. God bless Star City Games and their creature collection. It's so wonderful. It's so on spot. It's so nuanced. I love it. It's great. But yeah, the Llama-mancer. I absolutely love the Llama-mancer. Not as much as the Magus of the Moo or their take on One with Nothing, which is called String Theory, and it's the kitty cat looking up the glowing.
My most used playmat.
Yeah, the playmat that you get saddled with.
Mostly because I don't want to spend money on my own right at the moment.
That is true. But
And
there's
being picky on what picture I want to do. So
many playmats are going to be are abound, so there should be no shortage of playmats.
Yeah, it's just one of those where if I was to get my own, it'd have to be a custom one probably. And
I still really like Dustin's idea of the Super Smash Brothers Choose Your Fighter screen, and because it would have to be one that big because Bryn using the Mortal Kombat 1 Choose Your Fighter, that works for him because he's got like 6 decks. I have more than that, so I would need the Super Smash Brothers style setting, and it's difficult finding a blank one. It's odd. It's not impossible. Yeah. It's just odd. But yeah, that's and we all know that I am a whiz with Photoshop or GIMP because I don't want to pay money for an open source. Open source is just fine. GIMP works good. I mean,
I did an ad hoc thing with GIMP a lot too long ago, and mostly to make a joke about what was it the Netflix show version of the Dark Crystal kind of prequel stuff.
Haven't watched that yet. Is it good?
I've only seen like 3 or 4 episodes, and I've enjoyed it. Not that I was the biggest fan of the movie.
I would need to rewatch the Dark Crystal. The Dark Crystal. Don't at me on this. It seemed a little dry. But good.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's not good. I'm just saying it's a little laggy and dry. And I can understand laggy and dry because Legend is a really good movie, but it's laggy and dry. It's got like extremely high points of awesomeness surrounded by incredibly laggy points of dryness. Anyway.
Yeah. But part of it was just that one of the characters is a character that goes around using a spoon kind of as a weapon.
Oh, okay.
So I kind of did so someone that I knew I had followed on Twitter had commented on liking the show.
Right.
So of course I then had to edit a picture of that character on the back of the tick.
Of course.
So it was one of those a quick ad hoc thing, and having a little bit of issues because of the way the color fully was. So it wasn't an easy select the right parts thing. And then the tick picture ended up being a little blurry. Not a ton, but a little.
There's
bit.
not a lot of. I mean, the tick quality hasn't always been there.
Well, I was saying from the what I selected to the end result, the picture of the tick got blurrier than it started.
Oh, he must have shocked himself down. Okay.
That's like kind of the...
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. Well, the only thing you would really need to do is to go over the Tix layer
Yeah.
with a sharpen tool a little bit.
Yeah, that's probably what I was saying. I did it in like a couple minutes.
Right.
at most,
No,
so-
that's fine. That looks
Yeah.
really good for like just a slapdash, put it in there, get it out there. Which I don't have a problem with. Slapdash, put it in there, get it out there. Snow gets lava spiked to the face, down to... Good lord, is that 6 already? Woo! I don't think Snow's gonna pull this one out. Just guessing. I don't know, Hefe could be out of gas. That is an option.
Yeah.
And Snow, you know, well, it looks like Snow's missed a land drop, possibly. This might just be turn 3, and I think it might be turn 3. So Snow's gonna go down to 5. Living on the edge.
Jeez, all these Butterfrees of that.
Good lord.
I've seen 2 now. That's just like really above normal.
But are they any good? I know you've already got like 3 perfect ones, but the rest of us plebs.
It's not even shining.
Alright, so Snow Cracker Fetch goes to 5. Living on the Edge gets a Batter Skull out with the Stoneforge Mystic. And Bolt to the Face puts Snow at 1. Or 2. 2. Snow's at 2. Llama Mancer, he's got to live for a turn. You gotta put him out. You have to put him out. You have to put pressure. Have to keep pressure. Because Snow can get the Batter Skull down. It does not have haste. It has Vigilance and Lifelink. And Living Weapon.
And cinnamon rolls.
With cream cheese glaze.
Okay.
As long as we're in agreement.
That's one of the better ones.
Alright. Snow puts down Teferi. Try to buy some time. Tuck the Llama Mancer. Or bounce the Llama Mancer. I think he bounced the Llama Mancer. I don't think that's the one that tucks. Shock down to 18. Lava Spike gets there. We got ourselves a rubber match. El Jefe stringing this game out. Snow not able to get it fast enough. And we've got a game 3 going. Huh and Za.
Is it a shaman?
Is it a shaman?
Because they could have a shamalama.
A shaman llama?
Yeah.
Oh, he is no, because Shaman is not grim.
Okay.
He's just very twisty.
Well, I just want to put out the idea of a shamalama.
M. Night Shyama. Shyamalama. M. Night Shyamalama.
But Carl, that kills me.
Alright, let's see what we got here. We've got Burn, which is a very good stopper for Snow. Looks like Snow wasn't able to get any of his sideboard cards out. I don't know what he's got in the sideboard against Burn anyway. Maybe, I don't think he plays ley lines. Everyone should play ley line. That's my recommendation. If you have a deck that can play ley line of Sanctity, that's the lane I'm talking about, then you should absolutely play Lane of Sanctity. If you have a deck that can't really play Lane of Sanctity, you should still try to play Lane of Sanctity. Because what I'm saying, there is a lot of burn floating around. And nothing says to burn better than a Ley Line of Sanctity. Now it's true. Wear Tear is a card and gets played.
Where?
But in Modern.
Okay.
Usually in burn decks. I'm on to you. Are you shiny? You are not. Stardust anyway. Oh, excuse me. Alright. Predictions for this match? Brian? Who's going to win?
I'm kind of siding with El Jefe.
El Jefe tonight? Snell's Reign of Terror is on shaky ground. He's currently 5 above 500, and we're looking to make it 4 tonight. I mean, sometimes just being on... That's a Scyther. Wow. Is there a grass lure? I thought they were just normal lures.
It's a green leaf, so whatever.
Oh, okay. That would do it. And Snow's going to go fetch himself out. I think that is a... I don't know.
I think that's a land.
I know it's a land, but I don't know if it's a steam vent or if it's a hollowed fountain. I think it's a hollowed fountain, but the expeditions all look alike to me because I'm landist. That, I don't know.
Better than jaundiced.
Yeah. Alright. You're making me mild. So mild. Alright. There's Taylor Swift Spear. We're gonna crack a fetch. Go to 19. Are you gonna shock it? You're gonna shock. Are we looking at boom shakalaka? Snell's at 14? 15, 16, 15, 14. Looks like 14. Oh, I got
38
him.
more rare candies will be nice.
And no shock, gets the mountain, taps the mountain for another Taylor Swift Spear. Lightning bolt the, that's gonna get negated. That's fine. There's still 2 3s. And swing-a-ding-ding. Snell's gonna take 4 off of that and go down to 10. But he probably went and got himself either a Batterskull or a protection from Red Sword, which I don't think red is one of the colors that they protect against in the package, because I think it's what, black, white, no, it's Feast and Famine, black, green, or I don't know, is War and Peace one of them that they get? I don't know if War and Peace is one of them. I know it's Feast and Famine, and we just discussed this the last episode, so forgive me if I'm ignorant. I get that sometimes. It's been very busy. It's been very busy. It's so many colors.
And you tend to goof those up with the Blind Seer.
I do get them. I do. You know, Blind Seer, you know, he may not be able to see, but gosh darn it, he's just going to make it all good anyway. He's going to Lava Spike Snell down to 7. Oh, no. Swing-a-ding and flashing the Batterskull. You walked straight into it. Do you have a destroy effect? Please say you have a destroy effect. You do not. Oh, but you are going to kill that token. Because I believe that is a... I don't know. Lightning Helix. I believe that's a Lightning Helix and a Boros Charm in hand. And which one are you casting? Boros Charm. I think we're going to make them indestructible until end of turn. So that's going to make them 3 power. Are you 4ing the face or indestructible? What is the Boros Charm, 4 damage, indestructible, double strike. Oh, gave her double strike, I believe. Okay, that's gonna do it. That's gonna kill it. He's not gonna lose. any life. In fact, he gained one off of the exchange. But now Snell doesn't have the mana to pick up the Batterskull, because I believe that's 3. You need 3 to return it, and then 2 with the what's-her-nuts Stoneforge Mystic to drop her back into play. And he doesn't have that kind of mana. He's not lousy with manas. But we do have a Taylor Swiftspear on the field and a Lightning Helix. I believe that is what is in hand. I'm probably wrong on that, but we are lava spiking straight to the face. Snell's at 5. Taylor is a 2, and we're going to block and swing. Or swing and block, so Snell takes no damage from the Taylor. And thinking about how to do this, probably save it. Probably save it. Yep. Take him down to 5, because that's where he is. Calvin, I love you. Can't look right now. Oh, were you in that group? Okay. Is it good? Okay. I'll look in a minute. Okay, so is that a Helix? Is that what that is? I believe so, yes. Lightning Helix could take Snell down to 2. El Jefe back up to 22.
As opposed to the Pinnacle, which is green.
True. And this spell does have Shroud. So, Jefe is Hellbent. Presenting, is that another, no, that is a Timely Reinforcement. Oh boy, Snell's going to gain 3, 4. Timely Reinforcements. He's going to gain 6, puts him up to 8. And 3 soldiers into play. Dadgummit, Jefe. You got greedy. That's okay. Would have happened anyway. Yep, put the land down and shucky dang darn. Pass the turn back. Snell's gonna crack a fetch. He has life to spare now. Goes down to 7. Is he shocking? He is not. Basic Island. And did you see what happened?
I saw a hand track. And they both had creatures, so I guess
I'm gonna say Snell won that?
he had the 3 tokens, but
He had 3 power of creature on the board. Jeff was at 22 by my count. He didn't have a lot of mana, so he couldn't have just put...
did he just put the land down or whatever, right?
What the hell happened?
Unless he saw the writing on the wall from Jefe.
He may have, but... Gonna cautiously give this one to Snell.
Informed otherwise.
I can't hear a ding dong thing. So yeah, gonna tentatively give that one to Snow. Tentatively. And El Jefe, pick up a loss, perhaps. As soon as anybody like ventures forth, I shall clarify. It just seemed weird. I mean, Snow was at 7, yes. And maybe he presented the combo. And I blinked and missed said presentation. Is possible. I never claimed to be good at this. On the contrary. This stream is probably better watched muted. If we're all perfectly honest, but
all your jokes.
Better watched muted. Anyway, up next, let's see what we got. We've got, let's see here, Snow playing Cats, AJ's on Tron, Jarvis is playing Something Stupid, Damien and El Jefe on Burn, and I want to see that Grimgully deck. So, that's what I'm going to put up next. Because I want to see this, and I'm wondering if it's the, Saffron's, Grimgully Goblins combo. I didn't watch the Vidya, but I saw it posted.
Yeah, I did the two-headed giant pre-release here, and amongst all the cards that we opened, I ended up having 2 Grimgullys.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Is it Grim or Grim?
Grim, that's what
I think it's Grimgully.
Okay. However, it's going. I know I had 2 that dude.
It might be Grim. No, I think it is Grimgully. It's Grumgully. Okay. Grumgully Goblins. Instant deck tech. Grumgully combo. Deck plays Skirk Prospector, Frog Tosser Banneret. Goblin spells and rogues play 1 less. He's a black with haste. Let's see now.
Of course, depending on how they go around it.
Frog Tosser.
The persists.
Right. Let's see here. Munitions Expert is out of Horizons. 1/1 flash for Rakdos. You may have it deal number of goblins you control. Okay. And then Putrid Goblin. 2 persist. Goblin Matron. Goblin War Chief. Grumgully. Pashik Mons. Ringleader. Murderous Redcap, Sling Gang Lieutenant, Aether Vials to put them into play, Auntie's Hovels, Blood Crypt, Bloodstained Mire, Forest, Canyon of Souls. That's a pricey bit of tech. Overgrown Tombs, Snow Covereds. What requires Snow Covereds?
Potentially nothing.
Sacrifice a goblin card before it loses life, you gain a life.
Enters the battlefield, create 2 goblins. Chalice, Pithing Needle, Relic, Dampen, Creator, Maker, Revoker, Blood Moon, Taskmaster. Is it just to be cool, I guess? It's like, look at me, I play snooker.
Whoever made the deck is the meta has a lot of situation where having that is good.
Alright, Calvin, fine. Oh my god. So many cat a day. Oh. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you're totally not a cat person. Not at all. I've just been given an idea. Should find a storage tote for all of my model kit manuals. Yeah. Yeah. And maybe not so much a storage tote, maybe a I don't know what they're called. They're in the office supplies section at Walmart. They're stackable. They have like a removable lid. It's kind of like a tote, except it's like really good hard plastic. And they're like modular stackable. I don't know what they're called, but it's like storage, and you can get them like paper sized. Means absolutely nothing, because that's a statement that's completely out of context. But that's what we provide here, is absolute no context. Hey, and I got a shipping update.
Which 2 anime characters?
No anime characters.
But that's how shipping works, right? It's the fans wanting 2 characters to be together.
Is that what it's called? I just thought it was like /fic.
Okay.
I'm so confused. It doesn't take much. Now you're gonna make... Dadgummit.
Oh, yeah. That's another game taking a while. Didn't mean to make you go through all this. Thought it was just gonna be a quick little side comment for me.
No, I should be aware of these things. Why is it called shipping?
Because the relationship, I think, is what the reason is.
Oh, okay. Okay, that makes sense. Were you aware of this, Muse? The term shipping, a verb used to describe the action of wishing 2 people to enter into a relationship. Oh. No, you don't get to mic drop on that one. There was... Oh, I dropped the ball on that one. Well, I'm not up with the slang hip jargon of this youth culture. Who do I look like? Bernie Sanders with my finger on the heartbeat of America because mine failed? Topical.
Like a cream.
Shipping.
Not all of them are good.
No, but I learned something today.
It's one of those things where I thought I eventually learned that the term was a little bit more general than I thought.
Because I thought it was...
Yeah.
Really? Really?
But some shipping is actually putting trying the people putting two characters that are already destined to go together, which is I was saying that seems a little redundant to me. But yeah, so Oofy
Shipping. Well, I shipping these Oofies and the Oofy Preserve. Aha! Nailed it! If y'all would, if you don't want to hear about the Oofy Preserve, you know, the best way for the Oofy Preserve to not get mentioned ever again is when there's no longer a need for the Oofy Preserve, because all of them have been collected and safely secured in a safe home, healthy, positive, caring, loving environment. But as long as Jai Bowder's allowed to run free around the multiverse, that ain't gonna happen. We all know that. So you can play your part. You can chip in. You can be the hero of your plane by rescuing one of these poor, downtrodden, unfortunate souls that are just looking for a bit of happiness and safety in their constantly threatened life. And I, your resident head in the box, have stepped up to offer such a safe haven for these Ice Age brown Oofies. Not the Mirrodin ones. They've had their chance. No. This is only for Ice Age brown Oofies. And I can only rescue as many as I can myself. I need all the help I can get. You can go to your local game store. You can peruse the online resources that deal in Magic the Gathering cards. You can rescue the Oofy yourself, and if you feel that the responsibility of care and feeding and protecting that Oofy from the world that will only be happy when they are dead, well, that's why I opened my borders of the Oofy Preserve to all Oofies. You can send those Oofies in, and the address is right there on your screen. That is Titan Games, care of the Oofy Preserve, 4450 North Prospect Road, Suite Charlie 6, Peoria Heights, Illinois, 61616, and every Oofy received will get a show-off, a shout-out, and my personal gratitude. And you can rest a little easier knowing that you saved an Oofy from a fate worse than Jaya. Which, fortunately for the Oofies right now, Jaya has been captured, locked down, and kept under control thanks to a generous donation from Mr. Dakota. Because the Oofy Preserve doesn't turn away anything. The Oofy Preserve is open to receive any Magic card, and if you would like to see any feature added to the Oofy Preserve, rares get added in, especially foil rares. Now, I'm not shilling and I'm not requesting you send in foil rares, but I'm letting you know that any foil rares that do get received to the Oofy Preserve do get added to the Oofy Preserve picture. Which is why we have Progenitus, 2 Silent Submersibles, the Growing Rights of blah, 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 the Forebear's Blade, Karthus up there, The Steam reagent, I think is what it's called, and Jaya. Jaya was donated, and, well, she's getting exactly what she deserves. She's getting tomatoed over and over and over again. Hopefully for all eternity. Because that would be awesome.
Healthy eating, even.
Yes. Yes. But that is what's going on here in the Yuffie Preserve. And, yeah. So apparently, I'm blaming this round on AJ and Jarvis. They might be playing each other and totally stopping the wheels of progress from spinning, turning. So that does give me a little time. I have been absent. I'm not going to lie. I'm starting to think that Thursdays are cursed. There is a lot of things that have been happening on Thursdays that have been unavoidable. So I do apologize for the lack of me. It's not a great loss, but still deserves to be mentioned. And last Tuesday, I had gotten that summer code that had been floating around, and I was just, quite honestly, I was just feeling garbage. So that is why there was no stream on Tuesday, and then Thursday, life keeps happening. So that's a thing. I still plan on broadcasting on Thursdays. I'm not packing it in. Hopefully I will be there on Thursday.
Until you move, then you're definitely back.
Well,
or by then.
damn it, Ryan. Damn it, Ryan. So quick on that. It's like, waiting for it. Check the wind. It's about 300 yards. Ready. Anyway. But, yeah. So, September's theme was Harvest. Because it's good Harvest month. And, this month, October, last year I did the top Halloween costumes of the previous year, because the top Halloween costumes of last year weren't out yet. But I got something different going on this time. It's not elaborate. It's not elaborate. But it does start with Drudge Skeletons. So we have the OG Drudge Skeletons. Yeah, this one. OG Drudge Skeletons right now. Means nothing, but yeah, good old Alpha boys right here, Alpha, Drudge Skeletons, just, being cool, boning out, having a good time.
Found them lying around.
They were in the closet, not gonna lie, they were just chilling out in the closet. I tried to get rid of them, but they regenerate. But
Who you want?
Grumgully,
Also,
Brandon.
could have also asked to make sure, clarify exactly who won the last game. But
Right.
later. He closed the door pretty quickly.
Thank you, Muse. You are spectacular, awesome, amazing, ultimate, 2099, web of, superior, astonishing. A other spider-related adjectives. And it looks like Mr. Kinsman is going to be on blue. So let's see here. Oops. There we go. And Brandon.
Oh, okay.
Snell? Okay. Snell won that one. Somehow, some way. Keeps coming up with funky ass shit nearly every single day. AJ is playing Ponza.
Funky Fresh.
Funky Fresh Ponza. Funky. Oh, no. No, I specifically said Brandon, so that has to be Brandon. Unless this is Brandon. It's not a playmat, so it doesn't look like it is Mr. Kinsman. So I'm going to just swap them. This is Jarvis over here. Okay, so we're playing Jarvis here. Alright. And paste. There we go. And Jarvis was playing Human Fire. Okay. Now we are back on track, and we are starting with a goblin.
Yeah.
It is a goblin. I don't. It's a 1-drop.
Like so many goblins are.
I know, but what 1-drop goblin? It's the OG Skirk Prospector, I bet.
Jarvis is playing Human Fire because the Human Torch is copyrighted.
Yeah, sure, we'll go with that. Onslaught. Yes, OG Skirk Prospectors. That's where we're at. Looks like Brandon is at 17, Jarvis at 18. Prospectors. You get to sacrifice goblin to add manias to your mania poo. And that is some nasty glare. I think it's a fetch. I think it was crack a fetch. Yep, okay. It was a Misty Rainforest. The mystery has been solved. And we're going into a Putrid Goblin. He is a 2/2 persist for 2 mana. Fresh out of Modern Horizons. So good. So good. So, Putrid Goblin. Jarvis plays Thalia. She's a human. Not going to do much against goblins because they are a creature-heavy deck, but she is a 2-power first striker, so that's very much going to be a factor in what's going to happen here. I also want to thank the Bear for stepping in 2 Tuesdays ago and helping me out. I had stuff to do, and he really wanted to jump out. He needed to get out of his den. He was still very, very visibly upset over the Cubs' lack of postseason berth this year. So I was like, you know what, go out, take care of the stream for me. I got a title already set up for it. All you got to do is be there. And he's like, okay. So that I want to thank the Bear for coming out and doing that. He also wanted me to relay that on the 27th of October, I believe. Sorry, the 25th of October. That is Modern at the Zone before Halloween, and the bear always gets excited to come out for Halloween and play Magic with his friends. He always plays some kind of bear deck. If you're interested in playing Magic with the bear or meeting with the bear, you can come out to the Zone on the 25th for Modern and see what kind of bears the bear's playing. So he did inform me that he received the last pieces to his deck in the mail today, so he's all excited about that. And I'm excited to see it myself. I have not seen what the bear has put together. Nobody sees it until he plays it. And we have a lot of goblins coming forward.
I'm gonna guess a lot of horses.
He has not played horses yet.
I'm just guessing.
No.
Because friendship is magic. So.
Friendship is magic. And I'm going to say Jarvis lost that one to a goblin onslaught. That was a lot of goblins turning sideways. And Brandon is helping Red continue its winning streak here on Tuesdays.
Also, another type of cinnamon roll. Not the ones you're used to.
Are those pretzels?
No. Those are actually cinnamon rolls.
Oh. What's on them?
Like whatever those sugar crystal type things, I think.
Oh.
It's one of those things I came across when doing some research.
Oh, okay.
It's like the Swedish take on it.
Ah, you know the Swedes. They make good stuff. Like furniture. But anyway. I didn't see Grimgoey in that game, but it's okay. It looks like it's a Rakdos Splash Green for Grumgoey. I don't even know if Grumgoey is necessary in this deck.
Maybe it's just the hype.
Seriously,
So what? The one wart is probably out of.
There's no wart.
I would say it's probably out of Modern, right? It's no longer in Modern, I should say.
Nothing's never not in Modern.
Or okay. Because I was saying, wasn't there a green red wart?
There is a green red
That's
wart,
what
but
it is.
that has Conspire.
Okay.
There's not a lot of instants or sorceries to copy.
That wasn't being used.
And the black red wart has Fear. I think gives your it doesn't give your goblins Fear, but during your upkeep you return a goblin from your graveyard to your hand. This just comes in with an extra +1/+1. It
Gives others, yeah.
It's legendary. They're in this deck. It's literally the only green card in the deck.
So it sounds like it's the new Rhino.
What? No, it's not even a good Rhino. This is a bad.
But I'm just saying, this is like the Rhino deck that doesn't really play Rhinos.
Right.
That's what I'm getting at.
What is the the metallic mimic. Why? Wow. Okay. Put one L in it, and all of a sudden becomes Spanish or Italian. The metallic mimic. It's 2 mana. Yeah, it doesn't have a 3 back end, but it does the same thing.
For
and
cheaper.
this is a goblin deck. Why Grumgoey over metallic mimic? I don't get it. This I don't get it. I don't get it. Is it just because it's a bigger butt? This is cheaper, does the same thing. I don't get it. What am I missing? What am I missing?
And the fact it doesn't require green.
It does not require green. And it's not like he gives himself a bonus.
And it's not an actual
I don't.
Not actual cost difference, is there? Really, or a major difference?
I mean, I guess you can't use Cavernous Souls to cast the Mimic. I mean, you can. It just can be countered. You can't. You can't flash the Mimic to have the Auntie's Hovel come into play untapped, but if he's your only goblin, then you're doing it wrong. I don't get it. I thought it was going to be like... What the... Why? Why? Anyway, 17 to 19 is pretty much where we left off. Last game. We have a that's a goblin ringleader and another putrid goblin. We've got a blood moon and possibly an aether vial. Jarvis does have the Merfolk Marine. He's a 2/2 for 2 that if you want to target him, you have to pay something. And what the hell is that, Jarvis? I'm astounded. I don't know what a white card is. I feel bad. I really do. It's probably some like astral something or other. Nope. It's not astral. Is it? Oh no! Oh, it's a sword. That's a sword of light and shadow, I think. No, it's not light and shadow. It's the other one.
And TCG Player currently has the difference between Grumgully and Metallic Mimic at like $4.50 difference. So it's not like it's a huge money difference.
Yeah, Grumgully, he's pretty much free. He's like what?
He was saying something around 7 cents.
Oh, this is online. Let's go to paper. Yeah, he's $1. So Metallic Mimic is like a $3.
Well, TCG Player was saying like Grumgully was right around 7 cents, and Metallic was like $4.70. At least at the top number.
Well, I'm gonna say since he equipped it, it was a sword. I didn't quite pick out which sword it was, but Jarvis could not handle the Goblin Onslaught. But I mean, if that can't be the answer because it runs Aether Vials and Caverner Souls, so and Bloodstained Mire, so the price is not a consideration.
Yeah, I was just checking to be sure. That
right, but
yeah, I was saying I agree with that. I just wanted I was making sure.
Maybe there's information.
Unless he's that's also assuming he's doing the going off of online type of thing and not doing his own full thing.
I've been brewing this since Grumgully spoiled. Would love to see you play it. So in the video you say Grumgully is basically a Metallic Mimic. Why not just run Mimic then? Cheaper to cast, not legendary, no need for green mana. Oh, never mind. You can't tutor for Mimic with the Matron and Ringleader. That's the only real difference. Still wondering why it's a 4 of and not at least a split between Mimic and how much easier is it to cast. I feel like this is the same playlist. Pleasant Kenobi played using Grumgully rather than Call of the Wild. Would this be better because you can get with Matron, grab Ringleader, play it, 99% of paper cost in the mana base, Aether Vial and sideboard, which is why broke dudes like me play the deck just inefficiently. I made a similar budget, $150. I'd be curious. This looks pretty good. Not sure why there's no unclaimed territory here. In addition, 2 Cavern Souls to color fix for Grumgully. Green Shocklands aren't really necessary unless you had some sideboard cards. Well, I can answer that one. The Shocklands don't come into play tapped. That's the number one reason you don't because Unclaimed Territory enters play tap. There's no getting around it. Frog Tosser seems like the worst card in the deck. A bad War Chief. I'd probably just replace it with Mog War Marshal. Out of the bag, use some decent tutor targets. Could be Krenko and Pile Driver. Though War Chief is a better card than Frog Tosser by a large margin, the version Frog Tosser plays much better with the whole deck. It allows faster combos for floods. The updated version has 4 Frog Tossers, 1 or none War Chief. Why would you ever use Banefire when you can just use other goblins? Swing game. Okay, so it looks like this is an updated. Valid, sensible question.
Looks like Travis pushed the table slightly when he got up.
Yeah, I caught that. These are things that you don't think about. You know, it's like the skidding of the mat, the pushing of the table.
Sound like some of those restaurant ones were solidly in place.
So, okay, so the benefits of Grumgully over the Mimic is he's fetchable with Goblin Matron, Goblin Ringleader. Still doesn't feel right. Not to me. I don't know. It doesn't feel right.
And it's also how many of those the deck technically have those two to really make it.
Of those two, it's 4 Matron, 4 Ringleader.
Okay,
so
it's a good chunk. Okay.
Yeah, it's.
Because if it's only a couple, it's like, what's the point to play that?
Right. I don't know. It's solid. I don't know. I didn't see much of a difference because it looks like you're going to be flinging them anyway.
Yeah.
It's like attack and fling, but I don't know. I still don't like Grumgully in this. I just don't like it. Yeah, you can, but splashing a color for 1 card, that feels off. But I guess you're really splashing 2, so because it's primarily a red deck. Make no bones about it. It is a red deck that splashes black and a hint of green.
It's like the parsley.
And really, you can get the green off one of the 4 fetches that fetch for green, a Stomping Ground. There is a forest that... Now, this is infuriating. He's got mountains and snow-covered mountains. He mixes them. I don't get it. Why?
Because it's not like that one artifact's prevalent and...
Right? What one artifact?
The one that, like, if people put the snow covers into to make all of them tap for more or whatever, the Cage Sun or whatever? Is it? Because that's not really a modern thing, is it?
Oh, no. No, that doesn't get played in modern. It is a modern thing, but it's way too expensive.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, like, that'd be, like, if having a mix and match just in case someone chooses snow covered versus regular.
Yeah, it was a new Phyrexia.
Yeah, so I'm just saying is like, if it's a really a
right
commonplace thing.
Well, no, it's not even Cage Sun. It's the other one. It's the Prismatic Lens.
That's it. Okay, I can remember, but for some reason I see the Cage Sun come into play more often than the EDH, so that's the one that comes to mind. But yeah, so
it's not Prismatic Lens. It's
whatever the one that impressed.
It's a lens.
What I was saying is, like, if the person that made that deck list
extra parental lens
comes across that often enough, that might be why.
I mean, I get it, but
I'm not saying that's the guaranteed.
And I would understand if there were, you know, an Ashnod's Astrolabe or even a Skred, but there's no card in this deck that requires snow covered at all. There's nothing that calls for snow covered.
I was just trying to put down a potential reasoning for.
I know, I get it, but there's just nothing. Prospector. None of these are snow anyway. cost 1 less. No. Munitions expert doesn't care about snow. It just, you may have it deal damage to target creature or player, or creature or planeswalker, equal number of goblins you control. So it doesn't care about snow. Persist doesn't care about snow. Matron doesn't care about snow. War Chief doesn't care about snow. Grumgoey doesn't care about snow. Mons doesn't care about snow. Just making sure. Or another goblin deal damage to a target. The ringleader doesn't care about snow. The red cap obviously doesn't care about snow. The siege gang lieutenant enters battlefield, create 2 red goblins. Sacrifice goblin, loses life, you gain life. Doesn't say anything about snow. Aetherfile doesn't care about snow. There's nothing here that cares about snow. So it just floors me. Why would you play like 2 of, and it's like a mountain and a swamp. A mountain and a swamp. Now maybe it's like for quick reference when you're fetching, but I don't know. If anybody knows why,
It's not like any of his fetches snow versus.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask Snow, because Snow's usually pretty bright about these things. I was like, why split your lands like some snow, some not? Not a ding dong card in the deck cares about snow or costs snow. Why split it like that? And just see what he says.
It's not like he was the person, the side where you just scan your deck and they just have to mix and match. So at that point, it would be just telling you how many mounds.
Right. I do not get it. It's 1 snow mountain, 1 snow swamp. There's no reason for it.
So it's not even half and half for the basics. Okay.
And it's 1 basic forest and 2 basic mountains.
Okay, so it's as close to half as possible then. Okay.
Right. I mean, it has 2 mountains and 1 snow mountain.
All right.
I don't understand. I'm sure there has to be some like statistical reason for it. It's just lost on me. Kind of like, well, you can fetch with the matron to get your Grumgoey. Ah, that makes sense. It's dumb, but it makes sense. And I'm sure statistically someone's crunched the numbers, and the splashing 1 green mana symbol and even Aether Vial putting him into play. Because it looks like Aether Vial is going to be set on 3. It's going to be on 3 or 4. Because this deck curves out pretty much at 3. There's a lot of 2s. So you can get a lot of use out of 2. But it's just going to go up to 3 and then sit on 4 for ringleaders, red caps, and siege gang lieutenants. And if you have multiple, I'm guessing one's going to be setting on 3 and setting on 4. Because there's a ton of deck that is right at 3. The beef of the deck is at 3. Some are at 4, and a good chunk are at 2. But 2 usually is your interim. Yeah. I don't know. What's the buzz? But that. Anyway. So I'm gonna say Brandon won that one. I don't think he's been on cam yet this time. So, welcome to the stream, Brandon. Brandon, he is 1-0. And Jarvis, where you at? There you are. 7-6. And Jarvis, 1/500. It's catching up. It's catching up. Glad to see that nobody's just like absolutely dominating. I mean, and to be fair, All right, I take it back. Captain is 10-1-1. So if anybody I would say is dominating, it's Captain.
But how much of that is with him doing Tron and post-Tron?
I think I've got exactly one post-Tron.
So that might be skewing a bit.
But still, it's still Captain.
Yeah. But
So what do we want to see next?
we've seen we've seen 4 separate people now.
We have
So maybe getting at least
one of the others.
presuming at least one. I'm doubting the other two will be facing each other.
Oh, AJ was not playing Tron. AJ was playing Panza. Yeah.
Well, he wrote down Tron and actually.
Well, I put down Tron.
Yeah.
I was guessing, and I got pretty much on for all of them. Jarvis was playing something stupid. Damien and Jeff were on Burn. I didn't even know about Brandon. Snell is on Cats. It was AJ was the red herring. So. So AJ or Damien?
I'm siding with Damien.
Damien? Okay.
So it was one of those things where he had that long stint of no Damien here.
That is true.
So he needs to
Welcome
catch up.
back, Damien.
So
You're
it's-
on camp.
So it was more of AJ's had more time. So
He has. He has. Hopefully, the muse has gone up there to push the table back. That'd be awesome. Then I don't have to yell at him.
or she's got her phone with her if you want to do a quick
True.
making sure. She might have not thought about it. She might have been just focused on because matching the table is the better
Right. I think this is it. Come on. No, I'm not paying that for that. No, thank you. No, no, thank you. Next one up. I don't care about you that much. So that's done. And this one. Okay, okay. Got a day at least, so. Alright. Bing bong. So I'm gonna call Damien. Damien likes to sit on blue.
even though he plays red.
Yeah. Thank you. Now straighten the table back up.
Are you doing that? Because I did that earlier.
Huh? Probably.
Okay.
Oh, you did that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm waiting for that door to open. Just waiting for it.
Or we could text Amy and
It's not worth it. I'd rather yell up and be that guy. Oh, no. Thought it was going to happen. Not going to happen.
no chat room yet.
No, been pretty quiet. I mean, I haven't given them, very, very good reasons to, like, expect me to be here. So,
Well, you're generally more reliable on the Tuesdays.
so if you are watching this, I'm still trying to collect 100 subscriptions, because when we get to 100, that's when we are going to slap the ever-loving hell out of Inside L. We have game 2 in the last month, so we're up to 76. Getting there. Not quite there yet, but when we reach 100, that is an artist depiction of what's going to transpire. Ben has donated his very slappable face to this cause of collecting subscribers. So we've given an incentive to subscribe. Go ahead and if you're watching, if you like what you see or not, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you don't mind. And then I try to stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then it gets posted on YouTube. And these subscriptions I'm collecting are for the YouTube channel. That's The Zone 521. TheZone 521. The Zone 521. Hit that subscribe button. When we get to 100, oh, Ben's going to get slapped, and he's going to get slapped good. Dude has never... I've never seen a person want to get slapped so hard in my life. But he's like, I really want to get slapped. He's like, I know, Ben. Got to get to 100 first. And I thank everybody who is helping. We are only 24 away. It's going to be recorded. It's going to be posted. And it's going to be shown all the bloody time. So, tell your friends. Tell your neighbors. Tell your parents. And tell your pets. I know they've got a Google account, which means they have a YouTube account, which means they can subscribe to The Zone 521. And together, we can slap the ever-loving hell out of Ben Seidel. It's going to happen. And Ben would rather it happen sooner than later. Get ready to be defeated. That doesn't sound good. That usually means a bunch of big beefy stuff. So let's start with, oh my goodness, you, then you, then you. Guess. Seems good. Until I get my ass beat. And then, oh, okay.
Oh, the starter's okay.
Charmander's probably going to kill my Mewtwo. That's usually how it goes. Strongest Charmander in the known Poke world.
That was going to be a stage 1 of one of the starters.
And then Wartortle. I'm going to use that before you die. Because, you know, the massive Wartortle Squirtle attacks taking on Mewtwo directly. And then, oh, Charizard. Oh, yeah, I'm dead. Yep, you're down. Okay, let's go over to this guy. Hopefully you won't die immediately. Oh, incoming attack. I better block that or I will be dead. Oh, everybody is like walking around the table and nobody's bothered to... Hey,
What do you need?
I need somebody to smash the table back up against the wall.
Push the table up against the wall.
How you doing?
Alright.
No third round.
There isn't?
I just got a message. No third round. Apparently the Paradigm didn't do so well.
No, the Paradigm did win.
Oh, did he?
So they must just be splitting them even. Because they're still 2 undefeated. And Jarvis was my match and he left.
Oh.
And I went 0-2 anyway. Like a crappy Ponza. And so
I figured you would have been playing Tron for the reps.
No, I would have had too much. There's still cards I'm waiting to get here in the mail. So.
Hand me the duffel over there on the back table. Anybody? Thank you. I got you. No third round. Still long.
Let's see. No, I've been playing a tremendous amount of it on Magic Online. But I don't know if I'm willing to commit to buying the chalices.
Eye of the
I'm
Void.
surprised you had chalices. It doesn't strike me as a card you play.
I needed 3 of them for Lantern, and I needed a 4th one for War Prison.
See, that was the only thing. I wasn't sure if Lantern played Chalice of the Void.
Oh yeah. Anything that's not like one or if I can lock out 2 and 3s, I'm sitting pretty good. Even with War Prison, if I can lock out 1s and 2s, I'm good with that.
It's even better now. There's no more abrupt decays. Everyone went to Assassin's Trophies.
Everyone did go to Assassin Trophies because those can be countered.
Yeah, no more abrupt decay. Yeah, it was still the one get you.
Yeah, just like throw it into an abrupt decay. It's like, yeah, okay, that's fine. But yeah, Assassin's Trophies, I'm fine with Assassin's Trophies.
Yeah, so it's probably stronger now.
Right.
Those type of decks, which fortunately I don't see any because I don't want to play against them. We'll see how if it performs well, I'll probably trade to a vendor to get play set of my own.
Right.
We'll see how she does.
And I think I know you like actual play sets, but I think I've got 3 of one and 1 of another. So
I don't care. I'm not like some people.
see, when I say I play play sets, I cried a little inside when Ultimate Masters was it Ultimate Masters? I think it was Ultimate. No, Masters 25 printed a 5th picture for Ensnaring Bridge. So I had this strong dilemma of a 4th picture of Ensnaring Bridge. But I already had a Stronghold one, so I had Classic Brown.
Yep.
I had a 7th edition one, which was Classic Brown white border. I had an 8th edition one, which was new border white,
But the same art.
but the same art. And I had the Masterpiece, which is its own beast.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, the 7th edition one took the bite because I had Stronghold, and then the 8th edition's its own art, and then the Masterpiece is its own art, and the Masters is
and
its
the new
own.
art is super good.
Okay, it's an homage.
It's pretty
It's
good.
very much an homage to the original one. It's better than the Masterpiece. I do not like the
Yes,
Masterpiece.
I like the original story, but that may just be because to me that was Ensnaring Bridge for
Right.
like 2 decades.
I mean, this one it's Gerard walking on the Ensnaring Bridge.
Yeah.
It's definitely an homage to the original. It's just from the other side.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like that's the original, and then 7th edition was this new one, which
Yeah.
is an Ensnaring Bridge. I'm not gonna lie, it's okay. And then 8th edition's had the same. Oh, there's the invention. I don't like this at all.
Yeah.
This
I mean,
makes-
what the hell is it? It's like just
Well,
like
well,
some sort of machine.
they're little grabber claws to ensnare you when you walk across the bridge. It's not an ensnaring bridge. There are ensnaring contraptions
You
on
can
the
turn
bridge.
those off and just walk across.
You
that
can.
bridge.
You can. And 8th edition had the same art as the 7th edition, but the new modern border.
I do like that board. I think that 8th edition border looks better than the 7th edition.
I miss brown artifacts. I'm not gonna lie. I miss brown artifacts.
See, I kind of like the new ones. When I'm putting Mind Stones in this deck, and I have old like Weatherlight Mind Stones, and I have
Yeah.
next to them the Iconic Masters ones. Like these Iconic Masters ones, they look better.
I miss brown artifacts. I really do. I really, really do. I remember we for like the first invitational tournament that the Zone was holding, the modern and the legacy and the standard was 75 card proxy, because if one person played one, they didn't want to have to force people to buy into a new into another format just to play in this one tournament. So they were all 75 card proxy, and I went old school with all of my standard proxies. And I'm not gonna lie, a brown artifact hangerback walker looks pretty sweet. It looks pretty sweet.
There are some where it would look nice because you've never seen it that way.
Right. I mean, I've gotten used to silver artifacts, but they're artifacts. They're not brand new. They're supposed to be
They're historic.
ancient relics. They're historic. They're supposed to be these ancient relics that are so powerfully imbued with magic that they're useful. They're not just a basic sword.
Like Tangled Wire.
Yeah. But silver artifacts versus brown artifacts. I miss brown artifacts. I really do. I really do. I wouldn't have minded. I like the inventions. I like what they've done with this filigree. they feel like an in between. You know, it's like they're this bronze.
They're too futuristic for some of the things.
Yeah.
Kind of takes away from some of it.
Yeah, but that's because they're all in Kaladesh.
What's
And
nice-
Kaladesh was invention-y.
What's nice is in Magic Online, if you Mycosynth Lattice people, all the cards get that artifact border. It changes up all the artifacts. And so some cards
Right.
look really weird. It's like, man, that's so weird. That Tarmogoyf
Right.
doesn't look like a Tarmogoyf. It's like all silver. Yeah, I imagine it changes them all.
So it becomes a tarnished Magoyf.
A tar-
Yeah.
So quick.
I'll have these back next Tuesday.
Not a problem.
Hopefully I do really well and I have my own play sets.
Yeah.
Hopefully it doesn't crash and burn.
See, it's always great whenever anybody borrows any cards from me, they can always tell which ones are mine. See, that got that patented bob crease down the middle of it.
right in the middle of them there.
Yeah, right in the middle of it.
You
It's
can
like,
tell how long you've had them because like these ones are real creased. This one not so much.
yeah, the
Not
three
so
that
much.
the three that have been in Lantern like from the beginning, and then the new one
Yeah.
that I needed. Yeah, he'll get there though. He'll get there.
You never play Modern.
I do. I'm coming
Rarely.
back.
You need to come back.
I'm coming back.
Stop this stream crap and just come play. Thank you, sir.
Have a good one. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
That was Mr. Kinsman on his way to Indianapolis for a modern tournament where he is running his Tron deck. But I just enabled a Tron deck. I'm going to end on that. So we had 2 rounds. Yay. We got to see Snell win, I guess, against a burn deck. And then we got to see Jarvis just get bent over and
Get gobbled.
get gobbled by Grumgoy. Yeah, that was over really quick, and that's the way it goes sometimes in the wild Midwest. But anyway,
As the gingerbread cookie crumbles.
as the gingerbread cookie crumbles. Oh, I like it. Anyway, I've been Evil Bob, your resident head in the box, and do you have anything to say before we get out of here, Mr. Bryan?
I'm good with the gingerbread thing.
Good with the gingerbread thing. However you choose to live your life. I approve. Have a good night. Have a great evening. And the God's willing, I'll be back on Thursday. Bye.